Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I got to kill the music here for just a minute. That's kind of good, though. I like that. Hey, Jimmy, are you there? There I am. All right, buddy, I got it. I want to apologize to our listeners on TuneIn last week. We had some technical difficulties, some technical issues. But we're back this weekend on Armed Radio, TuneIn Satellite, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com, YouTube.com. I am freaking everywhere. Hey, want to give a big shout out to my boy Wade Cuevas, a.k.a. The Fixer. And Steve Rose just checked in. Hey, Steve, don't worry about coming in tomorrow. I'm going to try to get that system fixed in the morning. I may have to go to Baton Rouge and get a part. Call Boo Boo and let him know as well, please. And send me a little thumbs up or something so I know you got that. Anyway, last week on Armed Radio, we started 2 Christmas specials. We had one for our Armed Radio listeners, and we had one for our video followers. For anybody that's listening on Armed Radio, laugh out loud. Oh, got it. He got it. Good boy, Steve. Anyway, anybody that's listening on Armed Radio, I see Bailey Trosclair is in the house. If you text your name and town to Blender, BLENDER, the number 2, at MSN.com, you will be entered in the Christmas package giveaway that we're going to give away next Wednesday night on the show. It's about $250, $300 worth of cool stuff. And we're doing that on the 20th so we can get it out to you, and hopefully you can get it before Christmas. If not, maybe a day after. What day is Christmas this year? Good deal. So remember, if you're listening on Armed Radio, that is Blender 2, the number 2, at MSN.com. Just send me your name, your name and your towns, country, where you coming from, or listening to, so I can enter you in the contest. Like I said, it's a bunch of cool stuff. It's got about a value of $250, $300. So check it out. And for everybody on Facebook, inbox me your name and town, and you'll be entered for our second drawing, which is our second gift box. A drawing for our second gift box, which is it's the same. It's $250, $300 worth of stuff, cool stuff. There's stuff in it that you may not like, or use, but if there is something you don't use, you can give it to somebody else. If there's a little cigar in that box and you don't smoke cigars, I'm sure you can find somebody who does. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. And Lynn will pick Lynn or Maria, my Puerto Rican backup girl for the Adrian Fury Dragster, will be drawing that out of a hat for the winner. So you want to check in on that. Oh, I see my boy Freddie Roseman is in the house. Ronnie and Lori Owens are in the house, and that snow sucked bad. We had 4 inches of snow here in Tangipahoa Parish, 4 to 6 inches of snow, and no power for 3 days. But the fixer, Wade Cuevas, made a call, and within an hour, the power was on. That's bad when you have to reason. And Wade, since I brought you up on that, I want to pour a little fresh one here of the Harlan County Apple Pie Moonshine. And by the way, all the people in Harlan County, Kentucky, that listen to the show and watch the show, especially the ones that watch the show, y'all can see this decanter is getting really, really, really low. So y'all need to do something about that, because Johnny Blender without Harlan County Apple Pie Moonshine is just illegal. I see Johnny Alfonso is joined. My boy David Finch is joined. David, you need to stick around, because I got a little bit talking about you to do in just a few minutes. In fact, I'm gonna jump right through it right now. Also, before I do that, the people on Periscope, anybody listening and watching on Periscope, if you want to get in the contest as well, since you're on Periscope and you're viewing Blender2 at MSN.com, name and town, you're in the drawing for the magic Christmas prize. But anyway, back to my boy Wade Cuevas. I see the Southern Horror Queen has joined me.
Good evening, y'all.
And let me tell you, she's feeling a little under the weather tonight and kind of looking scary. Smooth. Hey, Wade, that was for you, buddy. The Fixer. Now, with that being said, I will mention a few more times during the show that email address to send your name and town to for the people who are listening on Armed Radio. That's blender2@msn.com. Name and town. And yes, I stole that from Bill O'Reilly. I just like the way it sounds. Name and town. Send me that. Let's see. Charlie Benson's in the house. Charlie, I'm about out at Apple Pie Moonshine, and we're going to do a memorial service this week for the empty donut box. So tell Raffaella I'm waiting for Tantillo's Bakery to get opened again in the spring. Tantillo Farms Bakery in Gardner, New York. Hold on, something's coming in.
He will not let me throw that empty donut box away, Charlie. It's like he thinks they'll regenerate or something. So the box is just sitting there all sad and empty on the counter. Like,
and I keep walking over and opening it up to see if there's anything in it, and there's not. So yeah. I see Uncle Jesse Holmes with the Southern Outlaw Gassers. He's got a big event that he's promoting February 10th in Atmore, Alabama, and we'll have a little bit more on that in the show a little further down my page. All right, am I wearing the purple glasses tonight?
I think so.
Are these the purple glasses? Okay, all right.
Maybe.
Yeah, but the Tantillo Farms, Gardner, New York. Wait, they sent me donuts, apple cider donuts from New York. Got here in 2 or 3 days. They were as good 2 or 3 days after they got here as they were when they were made, I think. And then 10 seconds in the microwave. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then I threw the box in the freezer to keep them free so I could prolong the donut's life. And I'd pull a couple out every morning and have those with my coffee in the morning. Excellent. Awesome. Let's see. All right, last weekend, we had the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was getting all kinds of notifications during the show from a bunch of different people. So my buddy with David Finch that I see is listening on here now tonight or watching on here tonight, David Finch sent me a message that he got a brand new Mustang dyno for the shop. Now, David is a diesel guru, and you know, I met his dad, stopped by here today and picked up something at the shop. And, you know, his dad is a great guy, Mr. John Finch. He is a great guy. And I was talking to him about David, and, you know, he thinks the world of that boy.
Yeah.
But he said he taught David everything he knew. And David is one of the smartest individuals, and I started commenting about that, and his dad said, buddy, I didn't teach him everything I knew. So, I'm not one to stir anything up between anybody.
Right.
So I don't want, y'all see my pretty, my pretty Whiskey Cars and Cigars shirt? Hey, there may be one of these in each one of the boxes, Christmas boxes. I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there isn't, but we'll see. Steve Godden was the dirty dog has joined in tonight. But and I don't know where David Finch is going to put that machine. It's a chassis dyno. He's setting it up for diesels because he is the diesel guru. So if you want to get in on that, I think you'll have it set up in the next couple of months. We're going to have a Whiskey Cars and Cigars discount code that you can call and use whenever if you want to book a dyno session with Dave. You can give him a call and give him the Whiskey Cars and Cigars. Hell, I'll give it out now. It's not going to be there for 2 months, but I'll go ahead and give it out now. It's WCC Dyno 10. That's WCC Dyno 10. That I'll have that up on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars pages and the Johnny Blender pages and everything else a little bit later. And I'll also share David Finch Automotive's link on there, and I will put the code underneath that. Yes, ma'am. You look like you were about to pop.
I am. There are some people that listen to your show that may not know what this Mustang
dynamometer.
Yeah, that
Mustang
thing.
Dynamometer.
Whoever he is.
Dyno.
So I think that you should break it down and explain to your audience what that is.
It tells you how much horsepower your engine's got.
Okay.
Does that make it simple for you?
It does.
That's all right?
Yeah. See, other listeners might not have known.
Okay. I'm sorry. I did.
Freddie, did you know what the Dyno Mustang
it's a Mustang is the brand.
Okay.
It's called a dynamometer.
Freddie, did you know what that is?
You can't even say a word. Just sit over there and be quiet. Look scary. You're doing a perfect job of that.
I hate you.
Yes. Finch Automotive. I'll have a link up on the all my pages after the show. I will have the Dyno discount code, which is WCC, Whiskey Cars and Cigars, Dyno 10. Be 10% off your appointment at Finch Automotive.
Sounds like a salon thing.
No, it is a salon for guys. That's like, let's see. I see Michael Martello, Gavin Williams. The Dirty Dog is still on there. Uncle Jesse is still listening. And by the way, Uncle Jesse, you see it is coming to an end. My son bought me this beautiful decanter for Christmas with these beautiful cut crystal glasses. I don't think he liked me having the mason jar on the screen when I was pouring that, so he came in with that for Christmas. The Wonderkin, Big Eddie. Tell Lynn if there's interesting, if they're listening to this show, they know what a dyno is. There you go. I love that.
Right,
I love that.
fine.
All right. Tony Elkins is joined. Thank you for listening, Tony. Let me see my buddy Brick Cummins. Cummins Motorsports. They were all there. Eli McGee, the master, is in the house tonight. But Britt sent me a video from the VIP room at the PRI show. It's starting to be, there's this real sick thing that's starting to happen. All these people are starting to, like the Dirty Dog. Dirty Dog started it when he sent me pictures of donuts. When he sent me a picture of the Tantillo Farm donuts and the sausage on the grill and the homemade, and he added notes. Homemade chicken salad, wonderful baked beans. So it's just picked up. I mean, I've got people sending me VIP room shots. Cole Cummins, and by the way, Cole, racers that win, pour it in. Renegade Racing Fuel, available at Performance Metal Finishes and Vampire Chassis in Independence, Louisiana. Our prices cannot be beat at all. But anyway, I got it right again, Cole. But yeah, Cole sent me a picture of what him and Clay Milliken at the World Finals or the championship dinner. So I'm always getting these one-up things.
Is it aggravating you?
No, it's not aggravating me. It's just a shame that I'm not there.
Yeah,
By the way, I'll have another little sip. This is from we're a brand ambassador for this elderly gentleman in Harlan, Kentucky that makes the best apple pie moonshine I have ever had. Now, with that being said, this is the only apple pie moonshine I've ever had, but I can tell you it is the best I've ever had. That's not skewing a conversation, right? I'm telling the truth. It is the best apple pie moonshine I've ever had. Just sit over. Jesse Holmes, Emerald Coast, Holt, Florida, exit 45, I-10, February 10th. Springboard to the big show, which is the Southern Gasser Blowout in Atmore, Alabama, Atmore Dragway. That's March 10th. So we are scheduled for the March 10th, the Atmore race for Southern Gaster's Blowout. That's already on the schedule. Uncle Jesse, I sent you our schedule last night so you could see that I had that pinned in already. We may have to check on this February 10th race. That's close. That's at Atmore too. That's a different group, but we may be able to make that 2 months away.
I got to check on that other date. I'm not sure what that.
That Pensacon date is the 23rd to the 24th, I believe.
23rd to 26th.
25th, 26th. So
Yeah.
whatever. Let's see. Freddie said he tried the bourbon for the first time last night. You tried bourbon for the first time last night? I tried bourbon for the first time when I think I was 12 or maybe 11. No, 12. Glenn Spillman is in the house. Glenn Spillman's an actor, star, stunt guy, producer, writer, screen publisher, all kind of crap. But he's got a show right after this one tonight called Sports Insider. He covers all kind of sports. He gives his opinion on it. He's a pretty good handicapper. I don't know what his record is right now. I haven't followed it over the last few weeks to see the win and losses because I haven't been watching football. But, yeah, the first part of the season, man, he was dead on all of his picks, college and pros. I see Miss Raffaella Tantillo Benson, the wonderful maker of the donuts, and also Tantillo Farms Bakery in Gardner, New York. They are going. I was their guinea pig. That's 2 guinea pigs. I was their guinea pig for these shipping of these donuts, and I can tell you they shipped them perfectly. It was like when I grabbed the box, it was still warm. All right, Wade Cuevas. All right, him and Derek, which Derek Ladner is also one of the sponsors of the Adrian Fury Dragster, D&M Graphics. We'll be putting an all-Chevy truck show during the week of Cruising the Coast 2018. Details will be coming. So you got a scoop. You got a scoop.
That's sweet.
We'll call this the Crazy Cuevas Truck Show. No. The Crazy Cuevas Mad Money Truck Show. There you go. The Mad Money Truck Show, featured by Wade Cuevas.
What's he going to do, charge admission and let everybody go out in the field with a shovel for 10 minutes?
Yeah, everybody gets and Wade Cuevas comes from a long line of Cuevases with the family just was burying money all over the South Mississippi for years and years and years. Whenever Wade's working on a program right now, whenever he's building a new business for his wife. And whenever he needs a little money, he just disappears with a shovel for a little while, comes back, and the bill's taken care of. Give me some of this. I'm choking. And that was before I drank the apple pie moonshine. But, yeah, so Wade Cuevas, Mad Money Car Truck Show. And that's a little C10. They got a real nice C10 group over there on the coast. We're going to be doing a little bit more of that after the first to kind of make up a little bit from the off time in the drag racing season. C10 Chevrolet trucks, there's no things that I really like. I've got parts of one all over the yard, down the hill, in the back.
Give us dates, Wade. Need dates.
They're working on the dates right now.
Okay.
Ryan Carey has joined the show tonight. Ryan, you get that dragster fixed yet? All right. Let's see. I already did my plug for Renegade Racing Fuel.
Correctly.
I did it right too. I'm getting good at that. I really missed Just though. I got Uncle Jesse's event in there.
Yeah.
Both of them. Let's see. The Tormentation of Johnny Blender. I think that's what I'm going to call it with all these videos that are coming in of people sending me doing fun things and eating and drinking and VIP rooming and what you think?
I like it.
My buddy Johnny Jenkins, he sent me a picture here of him crowd surfing, being carried by the strippers at Pure Platinum. I mean, that's just wrong.
Can't wash some things off, Johnny. Just gonna leave it there, all right?
And Jenkins even had a sign that the girls were holding him up. Jenkins had a sign that said, "Wish you were here." That's what the hell's going on. That's the kind of stuff I get. That's what's happening in my life. All right, back to car stuff. I sounded bitter, wasn't I?
A little bit.
All right. South Carolina Motorplex in Orangeburg, South Carolina, has been purchased by Jeff Began, the owner of the American Drag Racing League. I got a message from Jeff this morning that the construction, the renovation, is coming along wonderfully.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've just got this visual in my head. This will have to be some hefty strippers for you to crowd surf on top.
No, not for me.
They have to be Amazons.
I was thinking volume, not weightlifters, but volume, 20 or 30. You done threw me up off my notes here.
It was the visual. It's Johnny Jenkins' fault.
That's Johnny Jenkins. Anyway, it was kind of cool. We had Jeff calling the show right after Dragstock, and he broke the news about the acquisition of that track here on Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars.
First scoop?
That was my first scoop. Yeah, it was. So they started the renovation 2 weeks ago Monday, 3 weeks ago Monday. Now, Jeff also has RacersDirect.net. We're working on, they sell fire suits, they sell safety equipment because Jeff also owns RJS Racing Equipment. And they sell engine parts. I mean, they're like another parts house, online parts house, RacerDirect.net, RacersDirect.net. And I'm working on them right now, getting us a Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars promo code for that as well. Casey Spears has joined in, says, great show. Thank you, Casey. You are wonderful. No, I'm looking at her picture. She's wonderful. Now, in the upcoming weeks, we'll have that promo code. I'm working on that with JD Sowers. I don't know, JD Sowers. Sowers is his name, but every time I call him or talk to him, I call him Whiskey Sour. I'm sitting here looking. That's something else I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about for all the people that are in my area, a couple 100 miles, 150 miles. Eli, you still out there listening? Tell me what you think about this. I'm thinking about possibly doing I know I've got to get a new racing suit. And I know there's a lot of other people that got to get new racing suits. I'm thinking about maybe doing a night where we could do something at maybe Buffalo Wild Wings or what's that? What is that? Hooters. And do measurements for fire suits or driving suits. I think that'd be pretty good. You can come in, we'll have some food, we'll have something to drink, we'll have somebody measuring us for fire suits. I think that'd be great. And then they can use that RJS, that RacersDirect.net discount code.
I think that's a good idea.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. Food, liquor, ladies. Did I say liquor? And that way, also, liquor reminds me that if you're listening to the show on Armed Radio and you want to get into our Christmas drawing for our gifts for this year, our gift box to be sent out December 21st, you can message me your name and town to Blender, BLENDER, the number 2 at MSN.com. And your name will be entered, and we will be having a drawing next Wednesday's show to see who our winners are. We've got one for our Armed Radio listeners, and we have one for our viewers on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter. Yeah. iHeart. I forgot about iHeart, but the people on iHeart are listening. Yeah, they can enter.
Streaming.
If they're on iHeart, you can also enter the the show, the Christmas present. Name and town. Blender
Country.
2. Yeah, country as well. I forget about that.
Country.
Blender 2 at msn.com. It's time for a short pause for a commercial break. That sip was brought to you by Harlan County, Kentucky, Apple Pie Moonshine, the best I have ever tasted. Charlie Benson, big news coming June 9th, 2018. Just waiting on some Southern confirmation before it's announced. Oh, so it looks like we may be having another scoop coming up here in the next near future.
Next near future?
The next near future.
All right.
But let's see. I don't know. You think the thing on doing the fire suits, the safety equipment, measuring, if you want custom suits, you can get measured for a custom suit.
I think that's a good idea.
Have people there doing the measurements, have the forms there.
Guys. Tell your guys, start a poll on your page and have everybody chime in.
All right, start a poll. Do I have to do that or they have to do that?
And you have to do that.
Oh, we'll go do that real quick. Start a poll on my page.
Offline while you're broadcasting. Start
a poll on my page to see if that's something I want to do. Dirty Dog. Dirty Dog looks like Dirty Dog may be scooping the same thing. Oh, so it may be coming up. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it right there. I don't know. Let me think about this for a minute. Dirty Dog is in the South. He's in North Carolina. Charlie Benson's in New York. Huh. One's in the North. One's in the South. They both got a scoop. I don't know. Have to see what happens. Let's see what comes up. I don't know. I know Charlie came down to North Carolina, Rockingham, North Carolina, and 647. And Charlie Benson was so nice. Other than beside the wonderful donuts that they sent me, Charlie sent me a picture, and he had a picture of his dragster, his marquee on his dragster. Instead of he actually lined through the dragster's speed or time. And hand wrote, was that 647?
I think that's what it was.
647. So, yeah, I was glad you made that correction on that, Charlie. All right, but do that. Shoot me a message if you're interested in doing the
measure night.
The measure night. Getting measured for a new uniform, a new safety suit, fire suit, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it fire suit, but Lynn gets kind of willy when I start talking about fire. 648. Charlie Benson just corrected me all the way from up north. 648, not 647. I gave you. Never mind.
The second for the donuts.
Yeah. I gave him a 10 for donuts. But I wanted to do the whole. I wanted to do my original idea on the suit sizing was to do that at the Gold Club.
No.
Yeah, that's I heard that in my head when I was thinking of it. I mean, I was thinking of the idea and hearing no in my head with your voice. Mm-hmm. But then I remember people like Cole Vining bringing Waylon down. It didn't want to.
You wanted to get yours and a whole bunch of your friends' asses whooped by their wives.
All right. Good evening. I would like it. Last night I was chatting with the Godfather, Barry Nicholson from Street Outlaws, New Orleans. He wanted me. He's a good guy. He came by the shop a few weeks ago. We did a little bit of work for him. I hope he enjoyed it. He's still talking to me, so he must have liked it. But I want to give a shout out to Bees Speed in Summit, Mississippi, building chassis setups, tuning, brakes, oil changes. It's your one-stop shop. That's Bees Speed in Summit, Mississippi. So if you're in that area, if you need some work done, even if you're not in that area and you need some work done, I mean, the way the guy runs, if you're one of those electronic guys, I definitely want him tuning on my stuff. And we're only as good as the people that work on things for us and do work for us. So that's why I do certain things on my truck, but then there's certain things that I don't fix on my truck. I take to somebody else. One, because if it breaks, I want to be able to blame somebody.
Mm-hmm. I figured that.
B Speed Shop, Summit, Mississippi. Mississippi again.
That's not too far from here.
Not too far from here. Not Summit, Mississippi. Not too far at all. I was just thinking when Barry had his wreck, he had a real bad wreck a while back, and how all the racers and everything pulled together to help him. Phil's trailer was doing pit pals for, I think they're $250 pit pals. They were selling them for $250, and $200 of that was going to a fund to help Barry. Phil's trailers, yeah, and Shannon Morgan, I think Morgan and Son Racing is doing the new engine for his new car. So he had that new car here in his trailer when he came to the shop on the way to the paint booth. But he didn't. I just met. It was the first time I met him too, so he didn't understand what a wonderful person I was at that moment, and he might not have wanted me to see the beast in the back. Tell that little dog to be quiet. Ooh, I think that apple pie moonshine is getting stronger as it gets closer to the bottom. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. I got a little. Steve Godwin, the dirty dog, is laughing. Now, I talked about Uncle Jesse Holmes when he was on here a few minutes ago with Southern Outlaw Gassers, has set up what is going to be another excellent event. GBO, Gasser Blowout 7 at Atmore Raceway in Atmore, Alabama, March 10th, 2018. Gates open at 8 o'clock in the morning. $15 admission. Kids under 12 are free. He's going to have a swap meet, a car show, and some good old-fashioned racing. Wade Cuevas is back in the house laughing. He may be laughing at the apple pie moonshine content. Mm-hmm. Now, I know this event is a little while away, 3 months away, but I want to promote it and talk about it and have Uncle Jesse come in. I was going to have Jesse call in tonight, but I left my phone out in the shop. My hair was wet, and I didn't feel like going back out there and getting it. Is that you?
That is me.
Oh, okay.
No more moonshine for you. Your eyes are swimming.
No, I just drank a little bit. All right. But anyway, March 10th, 2018, Atmore, Alabama, Atmore Dragway Raceway. Let's see. Oh, you can also follow the Southern Outlaw Gassers link on my Facebook page. And right now I've got the March event on the Adrian Fury Dragster schedule. Thank you so much. I needed my Yeti cup. I was a little parched. Let's see. I tell you what, I got people just talking and doing all kind of stuff over here.
Are you getting the chocolate yogurt emojis?
I'm not getting the chocolate yogurt emojis, but Wade Cuevas is saying, get him, Miss Lynn. All right. All right. This last week, I also talked about the schedule for the 2018 Redemption Series racing schedule. It is up on the Whiskey Cars and Cigars page, as well as the Johnny Blender Show page and the Whiskey Cars and Cigars group page. We'll be following up with that, putting more of those dates out there. The dates are already set. I just don't remember them. And I didn't put that into my notes when I was writing the show last night. I want to make at least one of those events this year. So, Britt, if you're listening, I do not plan on having my kids and grandkids back for 2018. And if I'm in town when one of those races going on, I want to go. Do some interviews, talk to some people. Press the flesh. I get in trouble for doing that.
Yes, you will.
Oh, I mean, shaking hands.
I need to meet all your little friends' wives. We need to form a chain of communication amongst us.
That wouldn't be good.
That you're right, not for y'all.
I talked about my buddy Derek Ladder, owner of D&M Graphics in Gulfport, Mississippi. He does the graphics on the car hauler and also the Adrian's Trilogy, Adrian's Fury Dragster. Hey, where's the cigar tonight? Watch this. It's like a genie is going to appear in just a second. Let me warm it up a little bit. Put a little spit on it. Better than the Fonz. What are you talking about? Tonight I'm working on one of my Flor de Oliva Golds. This is Churchill. It's a wonderful cigar. I love these. I've been kind of taking it easy on the cigars for the last 4.5 hours. Honey, this thing ain't gonna light itself.
You know you say all that stuff when you're in front of a lot of cameras. You know I won't do anything when there's witnesses.
Okay.
Be a little nicer.
Yes, ma'am.
You won't be live later in more ways than one.
Just like the Fonz. You see that? I snapped my finger. Cigar. I mean, I could do it again. It just, oh, look, lighter. Hey, you'd be a perfect wife if you'd bring an ashtray. Hey, everybody, do you think I'm pushing it a little bit? This is a wonderful cigar. You can get these from my buddy at Mike Cigars. You can use the discount code WCC10 at Mike Cigars for your orders. It's 10% off your order. That didn't sound right, Steve. Mike Cigars is just another one of the people that sponsor us, and we really enjoy them. And I haven't, because of the massive power outage we had with 4 inches of snow, hadn't been able to order any new cigars. And then the workload in the shop this week has been, I've done a week and a half's worth of work in the last 2 days, but I got it done. The City of Independence, City Hall, has lovely new handrails and wheelchair ramp rails. It looks wonderful. They got it done. I was planning on having it done while the snowstorm was going on, but didn't realize the 4 inches of snow was going to take the power out for 3 days. But this is really an excellent cigar. I did it. Sorry, Periscope. I dropped you guys again. I do it at least every show. Last week, I didn't do it. But I do it every show at least once. But Derek Ladner, he's our buddy. Him and Wade Cuevas are going to be doing a car show the week of CTN truck show the week of Cruising the Coast. We'll have more information on that. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Derek. Never mind. But that's D&M Graphics in Gulfport. I was going to ask him about doing a little work on the truck.
Okay.
I don't want to spring it on him too hard. I want to ease into it.
I'm going to do my whole car, Derek.
I think you got to do your car that white with the blood spatter all over it.
It would drive me crazy. Too OCD.
Yeah. But then we're talking about Derek and D&M Graphics. They're one of the sponsors of the dragster. So I want to give a little shout out to some of our sponsors. Renegade Racing Fuel. That powers the beast. Racers that win, pour it in. Renegade Racing Fuel, available. Performance metal finishes, Vampire chassis, Independence, Louisiana. Our prices can't be beat.
Turbo Studios.
I've got a list here of all of our sponsors, and I'm going down it. I have got a little time. I'm running short on pages, so I'm talking a little bit slower, and I'm dragging it out a little bit so I need some more pages, so I could probably kick that font up to about a 25, and that should give me like 3 more pages. Amelay Motor Oil. Amelay also has a contingency program for racers that we're going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks. They've got some stuff going on at corporate, and they're supposed to be getting back with me on that and let me know how that's going to work out. Surreal Studios. Surreal Studios, Alvin Lloyd is just a wonderful person. He's one of the sponsors of the Dragster as well. He has done video work for us. He does video work. If you need a photographer, if you need video work done, he does, I think, any kind of weddings. I mean, he does all kind of funerals. I mean, do you do videos of funerals? I know you do weddings. It's like a funeral. Wedding, funerals, they're all about the same. They're about the same. You just got one less drunk. And that's it, either one. You can figure out whichever one you want. Never mind. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about our new sponsor, Naked Wines. Oh, look. Is that why you got up and got that? She got some of her Naked Wines. Naked Wine is a company that is sponsoring us now, and we're doing some work with them, and we've got some promotions going on with them. And if you've got any questions about Naked Wine, just shoot me a message, and I'll hook you up with a special deal. Can't talk about it on TV or the radio or Facebook, but shoot me a message. You like that? I can't forget K&N oil filters. K&N filters. I talk about K&N oil filters because that's what I've got for the Adrian's Fury Dragster, but K&N makes all kind of filters. But I use their oil filters.
They make a filter for you? You have no filter.
I have no filter. Also, I got another special. I got another special online. I just kind of got this over here. My buddy Britt Cummins Motorsports. If you need, they are distributors for Mickey Thompson tires, Weld wheels, Moser axles, and other stuff. But if you are looking for any tires, wheels, axles, contact Britt Cummins. Use the promo code WCC10 as well. I'm changing, I'm doing WCC10 with different companies because it's easy for me to remember one. Now with David Finch's Dyno discount, it's WCC Dyno 10.
Okay.
But pretty much everything else is WCC10. It's just easy to remember one code and give it to different vendors. That's smart, huh?
That's smart.
But you can use that if you buy anything online from anybody at any time, just try the WCC10 code and see if it works. If it does, send me a message because they owe me a damn royalty. I wish I got paid royalties on this stuff because, some of these companies are really rocking.
I'm going to try that next time I buy a pair of shoes.
Yeah, do that. You always see that. I got something from Vistaprint today, and they said, do you have a coupon code? I should have entered WCC10 to see if it works. That's pretty good. But, yeah, contact Britt Cummins, or you can contact me, and I can put you in touch with Britt Cummins Motorsports. For, like I said, if you need any Mickey Thompson tires, Weld wheels, Moser axles, I know those are the 3 big things that Britt's got really, really, really good pricing on. Use the WCC10 code and get really, 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 really good pricing on. Let's see. Oh, also, if you're in business and you want to get your products out there and get them talked about on the radio show, the Facebook show, the Periscope show, the Twitter show, on all of our multimedia, we have an advertising special. We got one advertising special right now going on for the driving suit and crew shirts. So your company's logo will be on the driver's suit and the crew shirts, and that will be seen at events, race events that we're at, that will be seen at Comic-Cons that we're at, that will be seen at horror cons that we're at, that will be seen at benefits that we're at. that will be seen at
wherever we're at.
Places we're marketing products. So it's a real good way to, if you're any size company, if you've got a good internet presence, if you've got something that you want national exposure over, between the racing events, the cons, I think we're scheduled for a couple of million people to be in front of next year, 2018. So if
double or triple that if you count social media.
Right. Yeah, that's actual face-to-face pressing the flesh that we'll be at. So you can look on my page, Lynn's page, anybody. My boy, John Anderson, is just chimed in.
Hey, John.
We love John Anderson. John Anderson is a movie star. I asked him, I got to talk to him, got a message from him this morning. He said he was up really early. He was up when I was up. And I thought all them Hollywood people didn't get up to 11-ish. But John Anderson is, what was the movies? He was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He was in Stranger Things. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And he is a great guy, even though he does like to kick Baby Groot around. I think he's still getting a little grief over that. What else?
He's got a list of stuff.
John does a lot of stuff. He's a cool guy. Me and him, since we've met, and when we have been at the same events, me and John Anderson have sat out in front of hotels and smoked cigars. Well, I smoke cigars. But had conversations, talked about other actors that are friends of his, Rory Healy. He was giving me the escapades and the story of Rory Healy. So, yeah, he's a really good guy, and I hope we're going to meet up with him at some of these events that we have coming up for 2018. I think we will. It seems like we run into him quite a lot. Him and our buddy Josh TKO Turner.
There's something we're already scheduled for that he's scheduled for, but I don't remember which one it is. Are you going to Pensacon, John?
Are you doing Pensacon, John?
If that was it or not.
Okay. So, like I said again, on the advertising, if you're looking at advertising on the driver's suit or the crew shirts, let us know. We can put you in touch and make that happen. And then if you have a little bit larger budget and you want to advertise on the dragster or the trailer, we can do that too. I talked to my buddy Bill Gibson, the owner of Christine. He said he had Christine all tucked in the garage. She was comfortable. She was quiet. Cozy. I wasn't worried about the snow.
That man loves that car.
He does. And it's a pretty car.
I love him. He's awesome.
Bill's a great guy. Bill Gibson is somebody that we met at Night Risers in E-Town, Kentucky, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. He was there with Christine, and just a super guy. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be running down some of the same roads. I messaged with him the other night, talked to him, had a little chat with him for a little while. I think he was headed back to Pennsylvania for Christmas.
Yeah. I like his posse, too. He's got an entire entourage.
What was Susie and Mike?
Susie and Mike Jones.
Susie and Mike Jones. They're the ones that haul Christine from location to location.
And then Malcolm Denaire.
My
boy Malcolm.
He's crazy.
I love him.
He was in Christine, but he was in some other stuff too. What was that, Smothered?
I think so. And he's doing screenwriting right now, so he's still very active in the field as well. But way cool dude. I messed with him the entire weekend. We had a blast.
Yeah, I sat you next to him when we went to dinner. You were terrified.
I was at first, and then I started messing with him. When I saw he wasn't getting offended, it was all right then. So
that's good that you didn't offend somebody.
One in a row.
I'm reading a message.
Uh-oh.
I think you should turn the camera into a no prep car. You mean, the Camaro. It's Dirty Dog. You see that Dirty Dog, Steve Galway? I was talking about the Camaro down the hill.
Okay.
He thinks we'll turn that into a no prep car.
I thought you were talking about Jezebel.
Oh, she thought you were talking about her 2010 Z28. Or SS, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Jezebel.
Y'all were fixing to be in trouble, Steve. I thought you were stirring it.
Let's see. I have 7 minutes. I have gone through all my notes. I even made the font bigger, and it didn't give me any more time.
I keep telling you that doesn't work.
It does work.
It does not work.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We covered all of our sponsors.
Yep.
We covered my buddy Britt Cummins. We covered my buddy the Dirty Dog, Steve Godwin, Uncle Jesse, Johnny Jordan, who is doing his Southeastern Gasters Bash in Cottonwood, Alabama. Got a message from him this morning. He said he might be able to do something on this apple pie moonshine. Oh man, I didn't even get a drop out of there.
You don't need no more.
Yes, mother. See, I listen to her just like I listen to my mother. I don't.
And that's what happens right there.
The Twitch people fell again. I'm sorry, Periscope. Man, that is smooth. You were missing that, weren't you? You like it when I do that. Oh, okay. So we call it, let's see. Oh, and David Finch, the Dino Man.
That's pretty cool.
David is a great guy, and his dad is funny.
Are you going to take the dragster over there and put it on his?
I don't know. I don't think it's set up for that.
Okay.
But I don't know what kind of options. There's a lot of options that you can get with those, so I don't know all the options. But I'm sure my buddy David Finch at Finch Automotive, I know he's gearing up to do mostly diesels because that's what he builds a lot of and does a lot of diesel work. He is the diesel guru in this area. And when the first time I went over to Finch Automotive, I thought it was a used car dealership. All right, wrap it up if you want to. Okay, Jimmy, my producer, Jimmy Bell, who also has a show here on Armed Radio on Thursday nights called Pot Talk, Politically Offensive Talk, is a pretty good show. If you're a liberal with really thin skin, you'll love it. Please tune in to Armed Radio on Thursday nights to listen to Pot Talk. I'll let the show speak for itself. So let's see, I got a couple more minutes. Jimmy's trying to get me out here a little bit early. I guess he's got commercials he needs to play. Is there anybody else we forgot?
I don't think of. You talked about your boy Glenn, huh?
I talked about Glenn Spillman and Sports Insider directly after this show tonight.
And Cellar 13 Films.
Oh, and Friday, that's correct. He has Cellar 13 Films here on Armed Radio.
Yeah.
And don't forget about Big Daddy Joe Sabino, the owner of Armed Radio, has night talks with Joe Rocks Thursday nights at 10 Eastern Time.
Yeah.
And he usually has a cast full of characters on that show.
Oh, yeah.
And my buddy Mike Darrow
and
Kathy Gumbiner have New Era Talk on Tuesday nights. Yeah. And I can't forget about your show, The Twisted Days of My Lives. On Monday night on Armed Radio, Twisted Southern Horror Queen, author Lynn Gibson. How's the new book coming?
Very good.
Are you getting excited?
Of course, always.
Okay. We got a lot of stuff going out for Christmas. You can check with Lynn. She's got all kind of Christmas specials going on right now, so check out some of her books and get a surprise. Get a surprise with every order.
That's right.
A surprise. So
it's a good surprise,
it's a
not
good
a
surprise.
Scary one.
Yeah, it's actually not scary for once.
Pick up the Adrian Trilogy series. I have the last of the second edition right now. These are going to be collector's editions. No more will ever be printed after February of this year coming. So
of this book, not the book, but of the way the book is covered edition. The way the cover is on it, she's changing all that.
It's being revamped.
The Vampire series is being revamped. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Follow the webpage. We got some new videos going up. I did forget to talk about ProLube tonight, and I also forgot to talk about HempWorks tonight, but I will do more on that, and I may do a couple of drop-ins this during the week on those, just kind of scatterbrained tonight because it has been a busy 2 days. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks, everybody, and catch us next week. And don't forget, if you're listening, Blender2 at msn.com to get entered in your Christmas prize. Thank you and have a good evening. Bye, everybody.